Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Yeah, so I don't know if you've noticed or not, but yes, I did get a new haircut. But no, yeah, it's been a full year since I've made my last video or any videos on this channel, and you might be wondering, hey, where'd you go? What, Corey X Kitchen can do it, but I can't? I don't know, sue me. But yeah, I won't bore you with the specifics of why I left. I'm just gonna break it down for you. Basically, I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. I had school, I had a new job I was working on, and I had a driver's license that I was trying to get. And I also just generally lost my drive to do anything YouTube related, which at the time it was sad, but you know, things happen, you know? So yeah, I did take about a year off of doing anything YouTube related, but as of right now, I am back. I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna see how I feel recording this video, but I do have a new phone, and I do have this phone here to actually record audio now, so that's nice. You unfortunately still have this ugly background that you have to deal with. I haven't found anywhere new to record, but you have to roll with the punches, you know? But anyway, enough of that boring stuff. We're here to talk about Doom, baby. Oh yeah! So over this last year, a franchise that I've really been getting into is Doom. The quintessential demon-killing, rip and tear, just destroy everything in sight game. It's a lot of fun. And a large aspect of these games are definitely all of the boss fights. So today, I will be ranking all of the boss fights going from Doom to Doom Eternal. Now, I will not be ranking any of the boss fights in the previous Doom games because I have not played them yet. But if you do wish to see an updated version of this list sometime in the future when I actually play those games, let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, without any further ado, let's get into this. In 8th place, we have the Conmaker. I hate this woman with a fiery passion. Of course, the worst boss fight in Doom would be a woman, am I right, guys? Yeah, the thing that I generally just don't like about this boss fight is that she's just way too hard. And she's also incredibly tedious to fight. Oh, get better at the game. I don't know, why aren't you good at the game? I don't want to hear it, alright? This thing has 6 phases, and if you don't shoot her for long enough, her health bar resets. That's so annoying. That's so obnoxious. It's just not fun to play through. The Conmaker is genuinely the reason why I stopped playing Doom Eternal for so long. Also, her 6 phases are not phases. Something that I find really fun about all the other Doom fights is that they have distinct phases, and they're all really fun. But she has 6 phases that aren't phases. She just gets harder, and she also just electrifies the floor, I guess. In terms of design, she's okay, I guess. She's definitely a departure from the classic demon designs we've gotten used to in the rest of Eternal, which I can appreciate that. She looks very cool. But yeah, other than that, she's just annoying. I don't like her. The Maker drones are okay, I guess, but they're essentially just floating piñatas for ammo and health, which is kind of pathetic, to be honest. Also, one final thing I gotta say about her. What is she saying in this clip? I've had to hear her say this over and over, still have no idea what she says. I just find it funny. It's just, I don't like I don't like her. In 7th place, we have the Spider Mastermind. Now, before I say anything bad about this boss fight, I have to say, the design, chef's kiss. I think that the Spider Mastermind is a perfect representation of the corruption that Olivia Pierce goes on through the entirety of Doom. Just this giant cybernetic brain spider that's just absolutely corrupted Olivia's mind. It's good. I like it. But that's kind of where the praise ends, because everything else about this boss fight is really disappointing. This thing only has 1 phase, and I beat it on my 2nd try. Pushover. And it's the last boss fight of Doom 2016, and it's so disappointing. Her main weapon is this dinky little gun that she has on the underside of her carriage. That was a weird way to say that. It's just sad, honestly. There's some good concepts here, and I like what they're going for, but I can't even enjoy them because the thing's already dead. In 6th place, we have the Gladiator. This guy's just alright. I feel like everything that this guy does has already been done better in other boss fights before him. But I mean, it's just inoffensive. It's fine. I don't think anyone's really gonna remember Doom Eternal for the Gladiator. He's kind of just like a filler boss. I have to say though, this little move he does where he basically makes you play jump rope with him, I think that's silly. I like that. That's unique. But one thing that is not mid about this boss fight is the soundtrack. Dude, I don't know what Mick Gordon was smoking when he decided to rip this one out, but dude. Genuinely my favorite soundtrack in all of Doom. In 5th place, we have the Hell's Guards. I like these guys because they're difficult, but they're fair. These guys have a bunch of different attacks, and I think it's very fun to find unique ways of trying to get past them all. The one thing I do not like about this guy is that his shield is so incredibly annoying. He has it up like 99% of the boss fight, and there's hardly ever openers to get some good damage on him. I will say that makes the boss fight kind of tedious, but not as tedious as the Conmaker. Nowhere close. This thing only has 2 phases. Speaking of its 2nd phase, that's where things get fun. Instead of 1 Hell Guard, you get 2 Hell Guards, which you might think that makes things worse, but the thing about it, they don't have any shields, so you get to just rip into them as much as you want. I have to say, after going through the first guy, and it took me like 10 tries, being able to destroy these 2, first try, that felt good. Also, I have to say, I think its design is just really funny. It's basically a tiny little worm in this giant flesh mech. That's funny. Well, what's this little worm doing defending the Crucible from me? Give that back, you little thing. In 4th place, we have the Doom Hunter. Good boss. Thumbs up. What I like the most about this boss fight is that there's a lot of lead up to get to him. The Hell Priest the whole time when you're walking up to this boss fight is basically like, hey, we made this thing specifically to destroy you. It's called the Doom Hunter. It's fun. I really like the shield mechanic. I feel like they should have done that with the Hell Guards. I also really like its design. This is the epitome of Doom Eternals. Just put a demon and combine it with some mechanical elements, and that's the demon. These things got a rocket launcher on one hand and a chainsaw on the other. That's just fun. I like it. This thing doesn't have a lot of different attacks, but you know, it doesn't have to have a lot of attacks. You know, it's fine. Overall, good stuff. I like the Doom Hunters. In 3rd place, we have the Marauder. Now, if you're anywhere familiar with Doom Eternal, you may be thinking to yourself, why on earth is this guy this high? I think this is the one time in video game history where everyone can come together and agree that a dog sucks. But what I like about this guy, and at least his base boss fight, is that it kind of humbles the player. All these other boss fights have been giant demons that you've been able to just rip through and destroy, but this guy's the same size as you. And honestly, that makes him more intimidating. His design also, I think, directly mirrors the Doomslayer, and I think that kind of shows something. This guy is usually complained about because he has a bunch of attacks that he can throw at you, and you hardly ever get an opening to actually hurt him. But I feel like that's ironic because that's probably exactly how the demons feel in Hell, fighting you, the player. I think the Marauder shows you that Hell is still a big threat, and that this guy is on very equal footing as the Doomslayer. I don't know, I just think it's fun. I don't know if my yapping makes any sense right now, but I just think the Marauder is a neat idea and a reflection on the Doomslayer himself. I actually like him a lot, but his dog? I think could go straight to hell. Wait. In 2nd place, we have the Cyber Demon. Dude, peak cinema. What a way to just be a first boss fight in a game, dude. When this guy burst out that giant door in Doom 2016, I knew that this was gonna be a peak game, and it was, dude. His design is so cool, the way he moves is cool, his attacks are so cool, he's just cool, man. This is the epitome of boss fights. When you make your game have a boss fight, this is what you should model it after. The Cyber Demon is everything I want in a boss fight, and it's just so good. I feel like his moveset is a little limited, but you know, that's fine, because he's just so cool. He doesn't need a big moveset, he's just got the aura to make you explode right when you see him. I'm making no sense right now, it's fine. In 1st place, we have Cue-Ball. Dude, this guy, oh my gosh. Cue-Ball, most formidable demon in the entire game. No, I'm just kidding. You probably saw this coming. It's the icon of sin. Oh boy, what a way to end your series, man. First thing is that he's just so big. Dude, all the other demons and all the other freaking boss fights that you've been going through, they've been big, but not as big as the icon of sin. Another thing that I like that this boss fight does is that it gives you basically infinite ammo for your Crucible and for your BFG. The game is just like, you know what, this guy's so hard, you're gonna need this. And it's so fun to be able to just unlimitedly slice and blast your way through all the extra demons around him. It's just so fun, dude. This boss fight is the epitome of the quote rip and tear, because you're just You're just crushing through everyone. I also really like the armor mechanic of the Icon of Sin. I don't know if it's just because I have ADHD, but slowly chipping away at its armor and seeing the thing tally up is like, you have 1 piece of armor destroyed. You have 3 pieces of armor destroyed. You have all pieces of armor destroyed. It just felt good to slowly chip away at its armor. It just felt so nice. I also love just how powerful this guy is. When he winds his arm up and just slams it into the ground, you can absolutely feel that carnage that he's just... it's so good. So yeah, out of all the boss fights in Doom, Icon of Sin. Love the guy. He looks so cool, too. Look at that thing. Are you gonna look me straight in the eyes and tell me that this thing isn't the coolest thing you've ever seen? Because you're not gonna do that. You can't do that. But anyways, that was my official ranking of all the boss fights in Doom to Doom Eternal. Like I said, if you do want to see an updated version of this list sometime in the future, let me know in the comments down below, because I am starting on the first ever Doom. Good stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys enjoyed my ranking. If you guys think anything different in the comments down below, let me know. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. That was a good video. God, no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it!